The battle for quality games. Oh yeah, this is one of those topics I really wanted to talk about. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Ryan the Professional back again with another video. So this video is going to be pretty much directed towards gamers in general, because I need to wake a lot of you up about this. Now, a lot of you have caught on to this. You know what I'm saying? If you guys missed my last video, it's definitely going back towards that. Basically, Jason Schreier, okay, he is a game journalist. Well, you understand this, a game journalist who makes articles, you know, that we all read from. A lot of us read from articles, you know, whether it be they're talking about specifications for games, rumored games, right? All this jazz. We read these gaming articles from these journalists, okay? Now, he's from Kotaku, and he had a debate with Yang Ye. Now, in the debate between him and Yang Ye, he basically was throwing subliminals towards Yang Ye, basically trying to belittle him, talking trash. And basically, the subject of his argument is that gamers should basically shut their mouths and accept mediocrity from all third-party developers, because we, however, do not know how much money they put into these games, and we don't know a thing about these games. Well, I'll tell you one thing, okay? To the people who support that theory, to the morons that actually believe that he was in the right and what he said, and actually think anybody who's talking down about this dude are wrong, let me tell you something, okay? First of all, as consumers, we have standards. As consumers, we know what quality is. When a game launches at a $60 price point, okay? $60. If you're going to sell somebody something for $60, you know, here's the things that they expect for $60. Number one, a full, complete story, actual gameplay that works, right? And quality. That's what we expect, especially for the price point. Now, with Sony rumored to use the new Blu-ray XL disc and Microsoft probably, you know, following in their footsteps, games could actually go up a little higher in price if they're actually going to go that route. So you get what I'm going from, or you know what I'm going with at this point here. If you're going to raise the price of games, then you most certainly better put the effort in that justifies the price hike. You know what I'm saying? But it's not about that. It's about the quality. If you're going to tell people that they should not speak their minds and be upfront with themselves and their viewers, if they're YouTubers, or just be upfront with their friends, X amount of things about the value that you get with these games, then I'm sorry, but you are cancer to the community. You are. There makes no sense for anybody to be censored or should be looked at or frowned upon because they don't agree that games, you know, are fine. You know what I'm saying? No. Games are not fine as of late. You have Call of Duty, for God's sake. And again, I know people like Call of Duty, but this is kind of going towards that realm. Look at Call of Duty with Black Ops 4. Some of you like the multiplayer. Yes, a lot of you like the multiplayer, the new multiplayer. But look exactly what you paid for. Think about it. Look what you paid for right now for Black Ops 4. You got the Fortnite mode, which is Battle Royale, right? And you just got multiplayer. That's pretty much it. And zombies. That's it. Nothing else. There's nothing else to it. There's no other substance. There's nothing to lean back on when you're tired of playing with friends. There's no story to lean on to play with. There's no, like, you know, real fun, you know, inventive mode on the side, like a crazy all-out infected. You know, there's not stuff like that. No, modes like that could have really taken advantage of the Battle Royale style, you know, the big map with a lot of people on there, with 100 people supposedly on screen. Yeah, maps like that are not taken advantage of in unique ways. Let me tell you why. Because they found a way to make more money and get you to pay for it. They've made more money with this game than they have made in a long time. And guess what? They gave you less. That's the mentality of third-party developers as of late. They want to make more money and give you less for these games. They don't want to put the effort into these games. They don't want to improve their games. They don't want to make sure that you have a quality experience. They could care less. How many, and for anybody who wants to damage control Call of Duty, how many times have you played Call of Duty over the years, over the decade that the games have come out, right? How many times have you played those games day one, especially if you, those hardcore ones who buy it at midnight release? How many times you launched that damn game and you got the server interruption error, or it says, oh, servers are down, servers cannot connect? Yeah, but you want to tell me Activision really cares about my doing, right? They care about gamers doing. They want to give you the best value. No. And developers are following that mentality. They see how well Activision gets away with it. Hell, Activision just did something mad sleazy as of late by literally charging you for 2 little skins for your weapon. And the sad part is you only get 1 after you spend $20 for 2 skins. The other one, you have to grind for. Does that make sense? After you already paid for it, you have to grind to unlock it? So you mean to tell me I'm paying you for just to put the damn thing in the game and I still have to literally earn it through progression? And what's even more stupid about that, you can even pay to unlock the progression. You can skip the tiers. That right there is what I'm talking about. That's what gaming is heading. And yet morons like Jason Schreier want you, they want to put a veil over your eyes. They want you to not see that. They want you to see everything is sunshine and rainbows. Oh, no, it's not that big of a deal. You see guys like Young Gay, Ryan the Professional, Sick Humor, Thrash, all these YouTubers that you see on the side, right? These guys, oh, they're like, they're propaganda channels. All they're doing is saying hate. You know, all they're doing is provoking people. Right. We're provoking people because we're telling them the truth. How many games have launched complete this generation? How many games? There are so many games that have launched incomplete. So many. Without no content that substitutes the price. Without none. Red Dead Redemption 2, despite some people calling it boring, you cannot argue that Red Dead Redemption 2 did not deliver with the quality. That game has delivered on every level. When it comes to quality and the gameplay, all that shit, it delivered with Red Dead. Even though it has some few flaws, but it delivered. It delivered overall. You get what I'm saying? So much to do on Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, you don't see that type of mentality go to other third-party developers. Nah. Majority of the games that we've hyped up this generation have either been fucking abysmal or just trash. Star Wars Battlefront. You guys remember how hyped we were for the first Star Wars Battlefront? How did that game launch? Trash. Nothing. No content whatsoever, crappy customization, literally no thought or care for the license. Part 2, we were real hyped up for that, now were we? Free maps and all that? What happened when the game came out? It was literally built around your wallet. Microtransactions. Yet Jason Schreier and other gaming journalists want to put veils over your eyes and make it seem like, oh, that's fine. That's where gaming is. Gaming's at that point right now. We don't have a say in this. You know, you're a hater if you talk about this. And you know what's sad? People follow that mentality. Yet they call it, it might not be about a game. It'll just be around a console. If you call out a flaw in a gaming console, you're considered a hater, a biased YouTuber. Somebody said I'm paid by Sony, ladies and gentlemen. If I was paid by Sony, there wouldn't be no Xbox videos on the channel. If I was paid by Sony, there wouldn't be no podcast or we're actually legit talking about the problems in gaming. No, there would be podcasts directly towards Sony talking about nothing but PlayStation. We'll be talking about damn controllers. Obviously, I'm not paid by Sony. I'm not. I am a regular gamer who is telling you the facts. Gaming as a whole has been dying for quite some time. And yes, not dying in terms of people leaving. No, dying in terms of like it's losing its core point. It's losing the soul behind it. We used to buy games for quality. We bought them for quality and fun. There are so many games that have launched that have just not even, they don't even live up to that. They don't. They don't. It's like everybody has to follow a certain algorithm. Everybody has to copy and paste a certain idea from another developer because they see that developer made more money doing this. Even developers that I didn't even think, you know, would do it, they have done it. Look at Naughty Dog. As much as I love Naughty Dog had, you know, supply drops in Uncharted 4. Remember the treasure chest? Even though they did it the right way, where it didn't give you duplicates, still, it doesn't escape the point that they're in the game. That's what's going on with gaming. And yet these journalists want to censor us. These journalists don't like the fact that people on YouTube are getting more traction than they are with their garbage ass articles trying to damage control and white knight and shield for these corporations. That right there is the problem with these gaming journalists. And I'm actually cool with a few. You know what I'm saying? Tony Polanco, that's the homie right there. Always been a supporter of Tony Polanco. I love the Throwdown Show. That's a real journalist who actually loves gaming. Go support him. That's a legit journalist that knows what gaming is about and always has. But you got these shields, and they act like little females too, right? You might call them out in the video. What do they do? What does Jason Schreier do? He goes to Twitter, right, and acts like a little girl and talks shit to his little followers on Twitter. Let me tell you something, Jason. You might have followers on Twitter, But I guarantee you, if you tried that shit on YouTube, you wouldn't go far. You wouldn't go far. You would not. You sound like a frail little girl when it comes to you. I'm telling you, bro, you don't have what it takes. Enough. I understand you want to get promotions. You want to get partnered by these little developers. But unfortunately, it ain't happening. Nobody likes a suck up. Nobody. And looking at the console generation going into next gen, I think it's time for you to settle that down. I think a lot of people need to settle that down. We're going into always online territory right now. We're going into that territory. Believe it or not, we're going into that territory. 2013 is going to be a reality in 2019 and 2020. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. We're going into that realm. We're going to have consoles that are going to require internet. It might not be from Sony, but I know for a fact Microsoft most certainly is going to go down that realm. They're trying their hardest to go down that realm. And people want to call that hate. It's not hate. It's facts. It's facts. Their digital sales, their digital revenue is off the charts. That's what they want. That's why they're putting their games on their platform. But again, it's not even about that. I already beat that horse to a point. Y'all get what I'm coming from. But these developers, these developers making half-ass games, and the fact that you got these journalists trying to cover it up is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. And I understand y'all want to fight over specifications because you must have some bragging right on one particular side. But the reality is this, man. You can argue all you want. You guys can throw stones. You guys throw bricks at one another talking about, oh, well, my console could do 4K. Well, my console could do 8K. My console has this amount of RAM. My console has vapor cooling. All you want. But the reality is the gaming, community, or not even the community, but gaming as a whole, this whole fucking situation is going down a different path, an alternate path that I didn't even think it would be. And that's censorship. While you guys are arguing on YouTube and comment section, you got dudes literally laughing at you on public forums, on actual fucking, on these actual editor fucking websites and shit like that, right? Calling you guys idiots and trying to censor you because you speak your mind about something as simple as a video game. What y'all think about that? Is it worth it? No. We buy consoles because we want the best value. We want the best games. Okay. It's time for us to demand the best from these companies. And I'm going to end it there. All right. You guys liked the video, hit that like button. If you did, if you didn't, hit that dislike. Because I'm pretty sure there's going to be some shields who will hit the dislike because they cannot accept it. They want to accept that mentality. If you think we are being entitled after we spend $400, $500 on consoles and $60 on games for games, if you think we're being entitled, something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. No, we're not being entitled. We're being owed. If we spent that much money on these games and we legit put our faith and trust into these developers and they give us all this PR talk and this nonsense about how they're going to improve and give us X amount of things, then guess what? We are definitely not only entitled, but we are definitely deserving of those things. And no editor can tell you you're not. No developer can tell you you're not. No publisher can tell you that hype killed the game. No, it ain't hype that killed the game. It's the lack of effort that killed the game. It's the lack of care that killed the game, Phil. And I'm going to end that there. I'm going to end it there. Ryan the Professional, you already know what to do. If you liked the video, hit that dislike if you didn't. Subscribe to the channel if you want to. Of course, hit the bell icon. Stay up to date everything here on the channel. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be easy. And at the end of the day, keep it gaming. Or is that what we don't? Because apparently we don't do that. But seriously, keep it gaming. All right? Y'all be good people. I'm out. Deuces.